Welcome to the Bum's Corner Coast to Coast podcast. The views and opinions expressed in this show are those of the hosts and are not those of Bum's Corner Media Enterprises. This program contains strong language. Listener discretion is advised. Listen at your own risk. God, I hate this
It counts down, and then I think we start. What is that you're drinking?
Gin and juice, baby.
Have you got your mind on your money and your money on your mind?
Always.
Laid back.
Smack 'em, check 'em.
Oh, that's old school. Well, hi. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Welcome to the 41st episode of Bum's Corner Coast to Coast.
Woo.
I'm Mike Eshelman, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Tom Arnholt, the other co-host.
See, look how smooth we are, man. After 41 months of doing this, it's like we can finish each other's
Sandwiches.
precisely like this symbiotic lunch relationship that we have now. So off air, Tom and I were talking about the winding down of the Picard TV show. This is is it the third season?
Season 3, yeah.
Okay, on Paramount. Last season was the like back in time on Earth, and
Right. This was their sort of homage to Star Trek 4.
Yeah,
The journey home. Without the whales.
Yes, without the whales. And I don't know. I was on the fence about continuing on this season, but I thought, all right, you've made it this far, just ride it out. And it's been fantastic. Yes, there's a lot of fan service because basically half the old cast is back from Next Generation. But it's so good.
And they've the way that they've brought everybody back together is done. It just feels very organically. Like nobody feels like,
yes,
oh shit, we forgot to write a part for this guy.
Yeah, right. No, exactly. It was done very, very well. Very, very well. And honestly,
there are moments where it's like, okay, yeah, they had to check that box.
Yes, and they do a lot of fan service. Yeah. You get the tip of the hat, but it's the last few episodes. I'll give it to them. Yeah. But honestly, when this season started, I was sort of on the fence. I'm like this, and that's why. Like, oh man, it's it's going to be Riker fucking leaping over chairs, and everybody. Yep. But what sold me was Dr. Crusher's hair. Like, right? Those gray streaks are doing it for me. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, she was a great character in Next Generation, but now I'm riveted. I'm like, whatever you're saying is the most important thing in the world on this show.
She was a cool character.
Yeah.
And, easy on the eyes. That didn't hurt either.
Absolutely. And
with gravitas.
Yeah, and she took nobody's shit, like she's a doctor on a ship, which, not the most respected of positions in the military. And yet she held her own,
Yeah. Yeah. And did it with grace and style and power about her, even in the the original series, the Next Generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't mess with Beverly.
Fuck no, you did not. And if you did, you had Wesley to contend with.
Right? He'd make it look like an accident.
Right? Him and his little Pong sweater. Or Breakout. It was Breakout.
Breakout, yeah. I was like, my God, did you go back in time and raid Cliff Huxtable's closet?
Oh, fuck. So,
how cool is this kid? He's retro.
Right? So another show that's winding down that I've been a fan of since its inception was Snowfall. There's only one episode left of that also. Do you watch? It's an FX show about the introduction of crack in California in the late 70s, early 80s.
No, what service is that on?
It's on Hulu. And it's It's like a next day type thing from FX, but it's the third season, and literally, I think it's over this week. But it's told from the point of view of a drug dealer, and basically his foil is the CIA agent that's bringing the cocaine up from South America for him to sell, so he can turn it into guns and take it back down to South America.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fascinating story.
That would never happen.
No, this is totally a work of fiction.
That's fantasy.
But it's a neat show. Yeah. Basically. But it's just been an incredible ride. And I was talking to somebody about it earlier today. And the arc of Franklin is the drug dealer's name. He starts off with this little kid in high school that's got he's slinging marijuana out of his backpack. And now he's like basically a drug lord. And you watch him go from this innocent, mama's boy into essentially a thug who's torturing a guy in a basement to get information out of him. You're like, Jesus, this situation has warped this poor kid. And he's still a sympathetic character, but it's just the acting is so good. The writing's fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. But again, I'm sad that it's almost over. But at the same time, I'm glad they didn't stretch it out for a million years,
right,
a la Sons of Anarchy, that could have ended after 2 or 3 seasons, but didn't.
But nice to see Peg Bundy get work.
She's doing okay, dude.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
No, I got to check out Snowfall. I think you posted it on Facebook, and I look at it. I couldn't find where it was.
I can't recommend it enough, and it's not an easy watch. I mean, it for some people it may be too slow, and yes, a lot of it is factual, so it's not exactly a cop show. It does drag in moments, but it's a neat story, and it's very, very well done.
Right on.
Yeah. So I'm running out of shit to watch. I'm going to need to fill in the gaps with new stuff.
Yeah, right. I think the bubblegum crap that I watch. CW finally wrapping up Flash.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is the last season for Superman and Lois.
I think, everything's winding down. No, after they canceled Legends, I stopped watching the CW shows.
Yeah. I uninstalled it out of protest, but Superman and Lois is actually pretty good. I think this is the final season for that. And it's really probably one of the best seasons.
Okay, so are you watching Gotham? Is it Gotham Knights? Is that the new CW
Knights.
show?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching that.
Okay. Any good?
Remember, it's very CW. It's trying to be edgy, but they can't because it's the CW.
Right.
It's kind of like Disney. Remember, like the shows that were on Disney XD.
Oh yeah, okay.
Kind of feels like a Disney XD show,
right?
But like prime time.
Okay.
Not bad, but it's the teenagers, high school kids running around trying to.
Right. Okay.
Solve crime and do things.
Yeah. Once, like Supergirl ended, they killed off Legends, and the writing was on the wall that there was going to be no more tie-ins, since basically Flash was all that was left. Right. And I had kind of only been watching Flash just because it was part of that family. I gave up on that years ago. Yeah. So I was done. The only fun thing about Flash was when Katie Sackhoff would be on and play that terrible villain where she's so over the top, with those big metal gloves. I forget her name in the show.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about though, right? She had those big gauntlets that would turn into whips and knives and shit.
Metal. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She was cool. Flash, I'm just watching because it's oh my God, I've invested. Let me just see how this ends. Probably happily ever after because of love.
That's going to be it. That's how they solve everything. You know, that's every season ever.
Yeah. Oh, Iris, I love you. Oh, we win.
Yep.
Speaking of crossovers, rumor on the street is that there is actually a Stargirl Titans crossover.
Really?
However, the internet's divided on what it will be or how.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to pull off.
Yeah. Titans is pretty good.
They just started up. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? They started the last half season. They're going to do. Yeah,
that's not bad.
And then after that, the last half season of Doom Patrol will be on, and I'm very sad to see that go.
That hit me hard like Legends.
Yeah, and the more I think about it, like that was the reason I got HBO, was because I was a DC Universe subscriber.
Okay, yeah.
So I was watching Swamp Thing, Harley Quinn.
That was a great fucking show.
Yeah, it was. But like all of those not Swamp Thing, obviously, but everything migrated over to HBO. I'm like, all right, fine. You win. And now they're canceling everything and merging with Discover. So I can tell them, once Perry Mason's done, I will tell them heartily, fuck off, and you will no longer get my money.
Yes. Take your 600-pound life and shove it up your ass.
Yes. Yes. All right. So besides like sitting around and watching TV, what else have you been up to?
Let's see. Counting the days until I get approved for actual remote work.
Yay!
So that I can vacate the state of California.
Fuck yes. How's your mission coming to find a new home?
We went to Sioux Falls, South Dakota a couple.
I remember. Yep.
Did I talk about that? Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
But thank you for the recap.
For those of you just tuning in. And ironically, like, there's a whole lot of come to Sioux Falls commercials that are airing now. Like,
nice.
So next on the list will be Colorado Springs and Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Well, that's cool. Good for you, man.
In the back of my head, I think we're going to end up in fucking Columbus, Ohio.
Shh, don't say that. But that would be awesome. That place gets my vote.
It wouldn't suck.
I was thinking about you on Easter Sunday. And
me too.
And there's 1 year that for some reason I had to go pick you up to take you to George's in Reynoldsburg so we could go drive around and do nothing. And like I had already eaten, I had been to my grandma's, and I drove to your house, and you were sitting on your front porch, like ready to leave, like with a bubble gun, and you were like playing with a little cousin or something. And like the second my car turned the corner, you just kind of dropped it and walked off towards the driveway.
Yep.
And that's my image of you on Easter. Is like, yep, here you go, kid. Fuck off.
Oh my God. It's all a lie. Have a great day.
Amazing.
No, I was Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a holiday, but I remember on more than one occasion you picking me up and us just driving around and always ending up at a bar.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Polos.
Yep.
Yeah. And then having to swing by some random church to bring back a bulletin to prove we were there. I just thought about that.
And I forget where maybe it was at George's or my house, but your mom calling incessantly, leaving messages on the answering machine that you had to pick up the rolls.
Pick up the rolls for Thanksgiving.
Oh, was it Thanksgiving? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was at George's place in Reynoldsburg.
Okay. Just every 3 minutes.
Pick up at the High Lie.
Oh, fancy.
For some reason, apparently the High Lie was the place for rolls because God forbid someone go to a bakery or some shit. But the highlight, which didn't open until 9. But the call started at like 6.
Yes, I'm painfully aware when the call started.
You've ruined Thanksgiving. Where are you?
That's spot on.
Just pick up the phone.
I know you're there.
I know you're there. George.
Oh, good times.
George, make Tommy pick up the phone.
Oh, Christ. Youth.
At that time, we're all standing around the answering machine with our coffee, just staring angrily at it.
Well, like the fourth one, I think everybody was still asleep. I think I was on the couch, and I'm like, I was getting angry at you for having to listen to her talk about the fucking rolls. I'm like, if he doesn't wake up, I'm going to get up and wake his ass up. Because the Indians are not going to have a good time at Thanksgiving if Tom doesn't get these fucking rolls.
That's right.
Whoa!
Opa. Switching to a pop-top roll.
You are fancy.
I am. Think he's out.
So I'm going local. I have coffee lager from the brewery down the street.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's so good. I do. #drink local. But I'm surrounded by breweries out here. It's amazing. Like, you can't swing a cat and not hit a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they all doing IPAs, or do they actually have some variety?
Of course, IPAs are everywhere. But every place we go, I found at least one lager that I like.
Yeah.
But yeah. And of course, that's it. Like, they'll have 9 different IPAs and double IPAs and triple IPAs and Spanish IPAs, but I don't like IPAs. So, you know, I have to order off the kid menu. And
millennials.
My girlfriend, every time like we accidentally drink each other's beer, she says that tastes like college whenever she gets my lager. Like, yeah, you know.
You go to private school?
Yes.
That was Bush Light. Milwaukee's best.
Oh, the beast.
The beast.
Yum.
Flip those couch cushions over. We need beer.
I think that's where I got all my forearm strength, was carrying around 30 packs of like Natural Light everywhere we went, you know?
Yeah. Bush Light. Natural Light.
Yep. Delicious.
Indeed.
But this is good stuff, yeah. All right. Well, shit, I don't think I have anything. It's been busy. A quiet life. Yeah.
You've been doing shows and, you know, rocking your art.
Slinging the canvas, man. Slinging the canvas. Baby. I did. There was a show a couple weekends ago I did at Studio 18 here in town. All right. So, do you know where the strip of businesses are in Clintonville, like from Dunedin south to Donato's, across the street from Mike's Barber Shop?
Okay, yeah.
There's like that little strip mall right there. So this is a building behind that. And it's been converted into an art studio. So they did a little show there. There are, I don't know, maybe 20 of us. And I did well there. I'm going to go back in July, I think. So next month I've got Free Comic Book Day at Pack Rat Comics in Hilliard. And then the week after that, I am set up in a tent outside in Delaware. June is a comic book show. And then July, I'm going back to Studio 18 and doing another outdoor show. And I've got applications in for the fall. So I'm trying to do at least one show a month, maybe 2.
More dates, engagements, and information available at esh.what the fuck.
Yes, esh.wtf. Best $9 I ever spent. So, we've got some news to share. I'm going to pull up our page here. So it's funny, like when I picked out my article a few days before Tom did, and it was a coin toss between these 2 different stories. And I went with the one that was grosser. And then, like, this morning, I got up and pulled the page up to read it. And Tom had picked the other one that I was going to do. So I'm very, very happy that I love both of these stories. And there's similarities that run through both of them, but they're, well, let's just dig in and then we'll let you decide. Sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of the denominator of most of the things we talk about.
Yes. So, and I will share images of both of these articles on our Facebook page because they're mine are gross, and Tom's is just, it's one of the, it's just an amazing picture.
Oh yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the guy.
That's like, it's like one of the best mugshots I've ever seen. It's so good.
I didn't think we could top last time.
Oh God, those guys were the best, but this guy, like, fucking, okay. So okay, let's be serious. Okay, okay. Man gives himself split devil hand to uphold most modified man in the world title. A man who claims to be the most modified man in the world has undergone another procedure to stand out even more. Daily Star reports Marcelo B-Boy de Souza Ribeiro has over 1,500 tattoos on his body, and he's undergone several modifications, such as arm and forehead implants to the tune of $35,000. In all, he estimates about 98% of his body has been altered. Now, he's working on the last 2% by giving himself a devil hand. Think of an extreme live long and prosper gesture with a deep split is cut, where a deep split is cut between the middle and ring finger. The procedure apparently didn't cost the Brazilian native a thing, as his buddy did it for free. First, we started doing surgeries on the hand, removing excess oil and fat from the sides to make it slimmer, Ribeiro describes. Then I began to see the possibility of making an opening in it through the metal, where you can have an opening and closing movements and the firmer folding of the hand. He adds he thinks he's the first person in the world to undergo such a procedure.
On purpose.
And again, I picked this because the image is so gross, like of his hand. So this is a radio show, so you can't see it. So for those of you playing at home, unless you're driving, do the live long and prosper, okay? And look at the back of your hand. So essentially what he did was he split it, like basically cut between the knuckle. So the V goes all the way down past the knuckle. And his buddy did it to him.
Right.
And they're not done.
No.
So I love the fact that the article doesn't specify his buddy, comma, the doctor, comma. It doesn't say that. And they're removing excess oil and fat from his hand. So again, I'm not a doctor. These guys probably aren't. Who are we to judge what is considered excess in your fucking hand? The inside part, not like, like I have a growth, I better like a corn or something. No, they're digging around on the inside.
Right.
Inside.
They're cutting down extreme, nanu.
Yeah. And again, the other picture that is just like a picture of this guy. And he looks like he's the worst paintballer in the world. He's just covered head to toe in like blue and day-glow pink.
Dude, that is the best description I can think. That is brilliant. This guy, he's the target. Paintball.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But if you go to the Daily Star website, there's a close-up of his face, too, and it looks like he's implanted fangs or filed down his incisors, because they're little bat fangs.
Okay.
And there's shit going on in his nose. I didn't understand. There's like metal coming out where there shouldn't be, and all kinds of stuff. So
the bull ring that they do.
So if there are any mothers out there listening to the show,
cropped or modified.
Yeah, there's just all kinds of shit going on. And at like his knuckles and his wrist, there's like little implants there, so they're all bony and shit. But moms, fucking hug your kids, all right? Even if you don't like them, just fucking hug them once in a while.
Dude, really? I mean, that's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Just pretend you're listening.
Yes. The soaps will be there. The wine will be there. Fucking hug your kids. Yes, this guy is like the biggest case of look at me that the world has ever seen.
Yeah. He's an artist.
And his body is his canvas.
Yeah.
But there were a couple things that stuck out to me. The first was I loved yeah. And they're not natural. My favorite line of the whole thing was the last one, that he thinks he's the first person in the world to undergo this procedure. Like if you're committing to this, fucking do your research, dude. Like, you're cutting your hand in half. I'd Google that a little longer just to make sure I was first. Yeah.
You weren't at the convention.
Yeah. Right? And what was the other one? I forget how he phrased it. Oh, it was the title. So he's cutting his hand in half to uphold the most modified man in the world. Like, somebody out there is at 97% in a desperate race to fuck themselves up more to overtake this clown, you know?
Right? What concerns me is that once he reaches 100%, I mean, really, is that not even more just the throwing down of the gauntlet?
Right. Like, where do you go?
Okay. Like, that's King of the Hill. Like, all right, what are you going to do?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
fingers with spoons.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, it would.
Like my pinky is a spoon. Oh, yeah. Cool.
I mean, I guess it'd be a little more practical to replace your pinky with a spork.
Yeah.
You know, like in case you're eating green beans, you know, a spoon is worthless. Yeah. You know what it come in handy, though.
But it's arguably less efficient.
All right, so we have 10 fingers. Let's just make ourselves the Swiss Army knife of utilities.
Yes.
You know, after the apocalypse, and all we have are cans of soup and no can openers, we'll be hunting this guy down. Like, oh man, I wish I hadn't made fun of Marcello's fangs. Golly, we could.
Yes, Boyardee.
Because this guy replaced his dick with a can opener.
Right. Hey, pass me oh God, never mind.
Yeah, right. I'll just go without.
You know what? I'll just bang it against a rock.
Yeah. The next town will have Twinkies.
Right. That's how they get you, though. That's how they keep you on the move. That's how they keep you working. Oh, guys, right? Let's stick together. It could be Twinkies.
Yep.
Welcome. I think we're going to start eating each other, but God, Twinkies sound good. All right.
Right? Oh, God. But yeah, I don't know, man. This article spoke to me on so many levels. I'm like, this guy is just the king of dumb for now until the crown prince of dumb catches up with him. And see, I don't know.
That seems like it should be a reality TV show. Not one
I still wouldn't watch it, but yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And we've got, season upon season of men and women throwing themselves at each other.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. It's not my thing, obviously. Piercings and tattoos, if done right, can be very attractive and look phenomenal on people. But there's this line. I don't know where it is, but this guy obviously is on the wrong side of it. But even like, what was it? There was something on Hulu And I think it has to do with the Kardashians. And I just kept seeing like the big splash ad on my Hulu app. And it was like a wedding. But there were a bunch of people at this, like, I assume it's the Kardashians. They all look the same, like in the wedding picture. And the groom, like, was shaved, but he had tattooed on like a buzz cut. And I don't know, it just looked weird as hell to me. I'm like,
is that like like drawing the Charlie Brown hair on a bald guy?
Yes, that's what it was. But it could have been Sanskrit. It could have just been tribal designs. I don't know. But I'm just staring at him like, why? You literally, you were born with something that serves that function, and you went out of your way to ruin it. But
well,
again, maybe I'm showing my age, but I don't know. I
feel that a lot. Like as a more than ever. Like in the last year, I'm like, holy shit! Have I become a?
The world is passing us by. Yeah,
I used to just be an asshole, but now I think it's age related. And I don't know if I'm comfortable with that excuse.
Yeah, the world has spit us out, man. It's done with us. The fact that we're not on the Daily Star, but this guy that looks like you fell asleep in a kindergarten right at coloring time, no, he gets his own article. So it is what it is, man. Just we'll live with it. The others have survived way better than we did. Okay, so what idiot do you bring to the table this month?
Let me just close that topic with Gen X's roaches. We will survive all this shit. That's what we do, motherfucker.
That's what we do. Yep. We quietly and sarcastically just survive.
Yeah. We watched this shit start burning back in the day.
Yep.
And we raised Gen Z to create all sorts of fuckery as a revenge.
Yep.
So, you're welcome.
Yes. So when the last of the boomers die, and we come out of nowhere and start dancing on their graves, all the younger generation will say, who the fuck are these guys? Where have they been this whole time?
Right?
Like, we're the puppet masters. We've slowly and quietly been controlling the world. And here we are. We're loud and proud.
When we could be bothered to do so.
Absolutely.
Gen X, don't.
Wow.
Opa.
Those beers have personality. Wow.
They do.
Yeah.
They're German.
That explains it.
We got them at the Aldi. This is the best place for the German things here. All right, sorry.
It's all right.
I got a little weepy, a little homesick.
We have to do the branding when we can.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to sponsor us someday.
Right?
Yeah.
Purple mattress boat has sailed, I guess. Well, I like that Mallory chick who does their commercials.
Right? Okay.
She's a treasure. All right, sorry. Okay, so. All right, for real. This is for Pie.
Okay.
Man wearing an ankle monitor robs bank and uses birth certificate to write demand note.
See?
That wasn't going to happen with a straight face.
No, never.
A man in Springfield, Missouri attempted to rob a bank using his own birth certificate for the demand note. Not only did he give away information about his own identity, but the suspect was also wearing an ankle monitor at the time from a previous robbery. Michael C. Lloyd, age 30, could be sentenced to up to 20 years in federal prison without parole for his crimes. The Department of Justice said that Michael Lloyd pleaded guilty to one count of bank robbery. Lloyd was wearing a court-ordered ankle monitor when he robbed a Bank of America in Springfield, Missouri in July of 2022. He allegedly approached the bank teller and gave her a note written on his birth certificate, which said, "Give your money now." Don't say anything. I have a partner outside. Well, the teller handed over the cash and Lloyd left, driving away in a black Dodge Ram pickup truck. Lloyd has tattoos on both arms, which were clearly visible during the robbery. The writing on the note was written in pink ink, according to the criminal complaint filed at the U.S. District Court of the Western District of Missouri. 10 minutes after the robbery, police got a tip-off from someone who claimed to be Lloyd's girlfriend's roommate. When police arrested Lloyd, he immediately confessed to the robbery. According to law enforcement, Lloyd said he robbed the bank to prove a point to his girlfriend. He managed to get away with $754, which he started throwing out of the windows of the truck in a panic as he drove away from the bank after seeing police cruisers heading towards the location. He also threw his ID and birth certificate out the window. Lloyd got scared and started throwing money out the window, investigators wrote in the complaint. Lloyd was not sure on how much of the money he had disposed of because he was unsure of how much money the bank gave him. Lloyd then allegedly texted his roommate to ask her to declare the truck stolen, then called his girlfriend to let her know what he'd done. Lloyd gave the police a full confession, saying he had no help from outside parties. He was placed at the scene thanks to his ankle monitor and has been charged with bank robbery by force or violence in federal court. Lloyd says he expected to receive prison time and would take full responsibility for whatever punishment he was to receive. Guys, you gotta go see the picture.
Oh,
Lloyd.
It's so good.
Lloyd with one L.
Yeah.
He's not a Lloyd. He's a Lloyd.
No, there's no Lloyd here.
No.
So, to prove a point, he was already out on parole for robbing a bank.
Yeah.
And wearing an ankle monitor.
Bank, but it was for another robbery. We don't know if it was
another robbery. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so he's wearing an ankle monitor. He writes the note in pink on his own birth certificate and hands it across the desk, not covering up his tattoos, which would easily identify him if the birth certificate or the ankle monitor do not place him at the scene.
Correct. Yeah, if the first two obvious indicators were to fail somehow.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, okay. And then to avoid arrest, he threw his license and birth certificate and the money he stole out the windows of the truck as he drove away.
Yes.
Okay.
My assumption is, well, if you can't prove it's me and I don't have the money, then I'm...
Right.
You got nothing, copper.
Yeah. That's some other Michael Lloyd with the exact same tattoos.
Yeah. That's my
and the same ankle monitor. Yeah. Mitchell Lloyd.
Mitchell Lloyd. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Bad egg.
Yeah, he
money
is.
Now. Don't say anything.
Oh.
I have a partner outside.
That's a lot to put in a note, isn't it? I mean, I'm no expert.
I was, impressed by the succinctness of it all. Give your money now. And kind of like if Tarzan were to rob a bank.
Right. Taylor. Oh God!
I have a partner outside.
Right?
If I'm a bank teller, arguably behind what is, we assume, bulletproof glass inside of a building. All right. So you got a partner outside. That does nothing for me.
Yeah, exactly.
You have not increased the intimidation factor at all. Give me your money. I have a gun at home.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'll come back here with a sternly written letter.
I know where you work.
You're going to get the worst review ever.
Just wait.
But yes, the icing on the icing on the stupid cake is that picture, though. It's fucking amazing.
It really is. And yeah. He's exactly. And I'm trying to figure out what he's got written on his neck. They're numbers, obviously, but I'm not sure why.
I don't know. I mean, you can clearly see a 12.
Oh, it's not.
But
it's something UCH 12.
What? We got to blow this up. Hang on. It's great that we're doing this live too, and just
yeah, I love that we're analyzing this photo while everyone's listening.
Right, in a radio show.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So Kansas City Star is just a bunch of pop-ups.
Oh yeah, they're assholes.
Here we go. Does it say fuck 12?
I think that may have been his intent.
Or
but
okay,
the top one looks like a J, and then
kind of, or
H, or a fancy something else.
I don't know. See, I think it's like a script F at the top, and then UCK. But now, hear me out. The 12 is the top of a clock, and maybe his entire chest area is a clock, and it just says it's like fuck a clock. I don't know.
Fuck a clock,
right?
You know. I'll give you that. I would not put it past Michael Lloyd.
Right?
To think that was a good idea.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you guys, I promise you I will hurry to get this posted just so you can see this fucking picture online. It's so good.
But yeah, for going visual on an audio program. However,
right, both articles too.
You again, but here's the interactive part. Feel free to leave your comments and suggestions, as well as your assumptions and ideas of what the fuck this guy's got tattooed on him.
Right. Okay. Yeah. The best suggestion. You'll win a I don't know, a Bum's Corner keychain or something.
A free subscription to Bum's Corner.
That's right. You'll be listed number 1 on our Patreon and our OnlyFans as a super fan.
We should do an OnlyFans.
I'm not opposed to the idea. I'm not saying no.
We can do this like we just sit around naked and do the show.
Oh, Christ. Not even...
I'll go find that diaper I wore when I was Cupid at Kara's bachelorette party.
There you go. We could do it in diapers. Yes.
Yeah.
So when people say, so what's the show about? You can go, depends.
Depends.
Yeah. So a little technical difficulty, but we'll survive. So again, send us your ideas of what you think his tattoo actually says, and we'll figure out something to send you. Oh, OnlyFans, diapers.
Oh,
that's what we were talking about.
That's where we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Depends.
It depends. That was pretty funny. So I think the internet didn't even think that was funny and just cut us off. So here we are.
I think we may have.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, what was I going to, since we kind of merged all those different little like child shows we have back into Bum's Corner.
Yeah.
We can go back to Anchor and record, and that kind of opens up other options, like the video. We could start doing video and like post these on YouTube, and actually add the pictures of these people that we're talking about, so that people can watch as we are. But it also opens up the possibility to add music. Like we could, as you know, how we talk about TV shows, we could talk about music and say, "Hey, I just heard this great new song. Let's play it." And
are there rights and royalty issues with that, or
as long as the song is on Spotify, you can play your podcast on Spotify with the song.
Okay. Well,
yeah. So in essence, it would be like people listening on Spotify. Smith. Yeah, it depends on her mood. She keeps coming back. I think it's like whenever a new album comes out, she hops on, and then all of a sudden, like her morals start itching at the back of her head, and she has to leave again. So yeah, we just won't talk about her or Neil Young, and we'll be safe.
I think since they probably get by with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with these parameters.
I think that's the most either of those two have been mentioned in 41 episodes of Bum's Corner.
I think you're right. But I'm throwing out the idea that, as long as theoretically we could do like a YouTube version that just wouldn't play the songs, and then people listening on Spotify would actually get the music. But that's neither here nor there.
I'm not opposed to that.
Mm-hmm. I think it'd be interesting. And again, we could share the images of the articles we're talking about. People could see our exciting studios. Like both of them are perfectly white backgrounds that we have.
Yeah. It looks like you've got some slipboard or whatever there going on. Slapboard, whatever the hell.
What? What are you talking about?
Is that lined?
You're probably seeing the doors to my closet. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we're essentially white boxes.
Yeah. Okay. So now that I think about it, maybe going video is not the best idea that I've ever had.
until we can both get the appropriate green screen and associated software necessary to portray a interesting background.
Yes. Speaking of which, so it looks like we're still on track for us to do our super crossover episode in June with Jean-Paul and Jenny, and join them on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch? And we can watch Short Circuit.
Circuit. Oh,
yes.
25 is alive. Holy crap. No, but how does that work? Do we sit there to watch the movie all together and make comments?
No. We watch it on our own and then come in and talk about it.
And then I was going to say, is it like an MST3K type thing? Which
No. Which that's not a terrible idea,
right?
Yeah, that's kind of what Jean-Paul does with Schlockfest, one of his other shows, where he forces his buddy Randy to watch like these cheesy horror movies, and then they talk about it afterwards. And I think they do play clips too. But he's interjected video of his buddy Randy like dead asleep when they're watching these movies.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, I brought the idea up to them because they're always looking for weird shit to talk about. Mm-hmm. And Short Circuit was fucking weird. And then we, from our side, talk about the nostalgia part of it, that like shit you remember kind of being cool. We watch it again and see if it still holds up. I personally, I haven't watched this since like it came out. I don't think it's going to hold up.
I guarantee it's not. It was barely cool when it came out.
If Steve Gutenberg is your pillar, that building is not standing today.
Right. Exactly. Police Academy. The first one was funny because it was new and novel.
Yes.
3 Men and a Baby. Well, he was in it.
No. Yeah. The best part of that movie was the rumors about the ghost. Do you remember that? Like there was a ghost on set. Yes.
No. On which
All right. I want to say it was the first one. And again, we had no internet back then, so it was all just whispers in the dark. But
right.
like there are certain scenes where if you paused it at a certain spot, you can see like a silhouette of a kid in the background or some weird shit like that. And supposedly like the set was, and again, I'm remembering this from fucking 30 years ago, but like the set was haunted or somebody died in the building. Who knows? But again, that was the best part. That's the only part that I remember of that movie I remember.
Oh, he didn't suck in Cocoon.
That's your takeaway.
No, I'm listening. I'm paying attention, but I'm thinking in the back of my head, Steve Guttenberg movies. And yeah. Like Wilford. That was like 28.
Jesus Christ, he looked like he was 60 then. That's what diabetes will do to you.
40-something, I think.
I swear, like the Chinese theater should hire you to write the Walk of Fame quotes that people put under their stars. Like they go out and put their hands in the cement right above. It says he didn't suck in Cocoon.
They got my phone number. They know how to reach me. I am a failure. Great stick on concrete penmanship.
All right.
Tell you what, I can do script a hell of a lot better than that Yahoo's tattoo artist.
Oh man,
Michael Lloyd.
Yeah. I'd say both of them. Well, Michael Lloyd. Yeah, that's like a Marcello, B-boy.
Paintball.
The worst paintballer ever.
Oh shit! We're using Sharpie ink. Oh, it's gonna take you some while. You're not gonna get that out with witch hazel.
Oh my god. You're cutting deep tonight, buddy. Oh, god damn it. The cap's not the only loud part of that beer.
No.
All right. So, until next month, where hopefully we'll find something equally visual to talk about on a radio show.
Yes, because that always works. That's all. Did we die again?
I think you did. You're breaking up. So maybe this is a good time for us to wrap up and say, have a great month, bums, and we'll see you in May.
Good luck.